Oh boy. Well, for all the good it's going to do me right now, I am live, and well, we're live, waiting on Flash to see if his link turns up. Maybe we'll see. He's trying to get through though. I'll see you if you. I'm sorry, everyone, for the you know how it is with these new shows, huh? Or even the old ones, right? I'll see you when you get through. He's trying to get through. Get through. He's again. We've never done this with Flash yet, so sorry, everyone. Nevertheless, I'm here, and I don't know if any of you are here yet, but hey, I know you will be. I think. I hope. Sure hope so. Because I've been looking forward to talking to Flash. It has been a long time. Well, everyone, look, this is not this again. Also, I'm getting used to a lot of things here. One of the biggest things being the old show. It started out with music, and you waited till the music got going and all that kind of stuff. We don't have that here. I don't think we have the capability of that here. And so you just kind of, and the way I've seen it with other live streams, they're always kind of willy nilly when they get started. So, yeah, so whatever, I don't even know if anyone's here yet, but I don't even know if anyone's going to show up at all. As a matter of fact, as long as Flash does, I sure hope others do too. I think a few people popped in earlier. Eastland, of course, Burkholder did earlier. And if you're here, Eastland, or if you make it back later, hey, it will be great to see you. I'm glad you did pop in there. Let's see if Flash can make it. I don't know. He's trying. Maybe I need to send him another link. Huh. Crap. And I got to get used to this StreamYard stuff. And we will. I was just watching the stream of a lovely young friend of mine who's just started her channel as well, the Amazing and the Extraordinary Heiress of Chaos. And it was good to be over there with her. I'm hoping that some friends will trickle in here soon. I hope. Till then, what do you do? What do they call it? Vamping, I guess? I mean, kind of concerned about Flash. Yeah. Not the most horrible of delays. At least I can do my own sound checking now. That's something. So now I got 0. Wow, I've got nobody. I had somebody, now I got nobody. Man, oh man, is it lonely being at the bottom of the YouTube chain. I picked up a subscriber, though. That's nice. No longer the answer to life, the universe, and everything. But it doesn't look like Flash is getting through either, though. So far, it doesn't look like it. What is going on here? Well, look, I mean, I don't know. How do you do business as usual when the whole plan was to get Flash started? We're going to see what happens. He's going to at least let me know what's going on soon. And I see some people have popped in. Welcome, whoever you may be. Jobber! Well, good. Should I keep calling you Jobber? I never know if that's what you're still. I mean, I know it's. Should I say Joe now, man? It's just Joe 47. I'm just so used to saying Jobber, brother. But at any rate, it's fantastic to see you. Just to update you, I'm kind of waiting on a Flash to get through. We're trying to see if that happens. He's got a link. He's trying to get in. I don't know his status so far, but it never goes as planned, does it? Nothing ever does. And now we're down to 2. We're gonna get there, though. I mean, I have Believe it or not, I have some things in motion, working in motion, that are going to help out with the channel in terms of getting some viewers and viewership and some subs and all that kind of stuff if things go according to some plans. But I figured, start anyway, get going anyway, which is what we're doing, and it'll be cool, it'll be fine. We'll be all right, and we're gonna go just like we go always. We're gonna just go as if we're, we got a bazillion people. A bazillion doesn't matter as long as we're talking. And there's a friend out there. Jobber, for old time's sake, you got it, brother. It's so great to see you, man. It really is. And I was gonna wait until Flash got here to kind of get started. I just get started anyway. I mean, I don't know, man. I know he's trying. And man, we're the Fantastic Four now because I got four fantastic people in there apparently, and I hope I can keep you all. But I decided to do this tonight because Flash has a tough schedule and he doesn't always available, and I always want to get him here as much as I can to make that feel like the old days of our open geekness as we do. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna do a lot of things. I was gonna bounce a lot of this off of him, some of the plans I have. Man, I sure hope he's able to get through. Man, oh man. Should I send the link again? I mean, I'm asking him now. Mark. Oh yeah. Mark, I've gotten so, and my great buddy Mark Seat, great to see you, buddy. I'm asking. Flash is still trying to get in. I don't know what his problem is yet, but he said he was working on it. Some finicky stuff here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Justice so much that second time around. I never really collected those Justice figures, but I think I shall. And Jobber says, let's see here. Am I going to have 65 subscribers by just posting old Chicago Bulls games and highlights? There's hope for anybody. I hear you, brother. Speaking of that, I watch a lot of old football games. I'm a big football fanatic. The old NFL, the new one I'm really sick of right now. And I don't know if I'll go back. And you know me and my love of NFL, Jobber. But I'm also, go way, way back to the old school. I love NFL history. And one great thing is, man, YouTube is full of old NFL games in their entirety, to varying degrees of quality. But I'll sit there and I will. I mean, look, I'll watch them all night long. I'll just sit there and leave it on and fall asleep just watching an old game. And some of them, I'm so old and I saw some of them when they came on. I'm so ridiculous about NFL history. I'll be sitting there watching a game from the late 70s or a Monday nighter from the 80s, whatever it is, or a playoff game or whatever, from way back when, and I still know half the players on each of the teams. And it's like, man, why do we remember that guy's name? Not all Hall of Famers either, mind you. That's me in NFL football. There's no other sport I'm that way about. And right now, I'm very, very so sick of certain things going on in the NFL right now, and I don't know if I'm going back. I used to love doing the NFL shows here, my Saints shows, my beloved Saints. And after what Drew Brees did and other things that have gone on, I'm just so sick. I don't know if I'm going back. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I cannot conceive of my Sundays not of that time of year. I love that time of year, even with the bunch of spoiled brat NFL that they have now and how it's soiled. And I'm just sickened. It makes me sick. And I hope you don't expect an argument out of me. Mark C., the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 70s are the greatest football dynasty of all time. They of course, labored in obscurity. Oh, for many years before that. But hey, sure. You there, brother?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's very low. I'm getting a bad echo. You made it through, though. That's progress. What's the deal, man?
What's the deal, man?
You don't have a
Is that better?
You don't have a
Now I'm hearing a very delayed echo.
Now here we go.
Have
Very
YouTube
delayed
on,
echo.
do you?
You don't have to have YouTube on, do you?
No.
Hmm.
I'm just late.
Wow. Are you
Wow.
Let me see if I can
Are
fix
you
that.
That's cool. I mean, are you on headset or on a phone? You there? RR. I'm done with a whole lot of them as well, RR. And man, I tell you what, I was really looking forward to this season. My beloved Saints had dominated for a long time. You back?
You back?
I think so.
Man, how about now? Let's see.
How about now? Let's see.
Wow. It's not only an echo, dude. It's like a delayed echo. Let me ask you this: Are you guys
just like a delayed
hearing
echo.
it in the chat?
You guys
My echo, I mean.
hearing it in the chat?
That's
My
important.
echo, I mean.
Are you on a headset or the phone?
That's important. Are you on a headset or the phone?
I'm on the phone.
Weird.
That could be the problem.
I don't know. I mean, people have called in on phones before.
I don't know. I mean, people have called in on phones before.
Because it's cool to use the phone. I mean, you don't have to use the damn headset. That way you're more mobile and stuff.
You don't have to use the damn headset. That way you're more mobile and stuff.
Did you hear it?
Did you hear it?
I hear you fine.
I'm hearing
Yeah.
you fine.
I'm hearing you fine.
And yes, they're hearing the echo.
And yes, they're hearing the echo.
Ah, great.
I'm sorry. But hell, we could try. I mean,
It's
delayed too.
It's
delayed too.
It's delayed too.
Actually,
We'll pretend it's CNN. Let
let
me try to go out and I'll come back in.
Are you sure? Okay, man. Well,
Are you sure?
I'm
Yeah,
glad
let's
at least
try
you
it.
got through. That's
Let's
one
try
good
it.
thing.
At least you got through. That's
All
one
right,
good
brother.
thing.
Yeah, so we know it works.
All right,
brother.
Let me try to re-enter.
Thanks, buddy. Anyone out there with any advice on echoes?
Anyone out there with any advice on echoes?
Oh man. Okay, he went off. Now no echo. See? That's a terrible echo. It's not just an echo. It's a weird. That's the weirdest one that I've ever had. I wonder why it's doing that, man. I'd have trouble dealing with that the whole time there, RR. I'll tell you that. But Jobber, it's not just the politics, but pro sports without any audience won't work. I've watched the wrestling the last 3 months, and it's so weird, awkward, without fans in attendance. That is a weird thing. I think I could still watch it though if they weren't a bunch of activist pusswads. But I don't disagree with you on that one, Jobber. Man, it's crazy. I do not want to stop watching football. I mean, I just, man. If I could have dealt with having no respect for 99% of the league, but after what Drew Brees did, and bent the knee to a mob when he had nothing to apologize for, my hero Drew Brees. I mean, he's a god down here, and he just like a big coward. If he had quit and said "fuck you all," I would have been happy for him. And even though we would have a garbage season, and now, I don't know if he's gonna have a garbage season or not. It's tough for me to care as much. They would have had Jameis Winston throwing interceptions for him, and they would have deserved it. The Saints would have deserved it. Motherfuckers. So I don't know why the phone was doing that. That's a bummer, but I'd rather have him. I'd put up with it just to have him on there. So let's see what we got in here. All right, buddy. Yeah, it's still there, man. Could you hear me though?
Man, could you hear me though?
I wonder if it's me. Anyone got any advice on this echo stuff?
Anyone got any advice on this echo stuff?
It's so weird as shit, man. I wonder if it's
weird as shit, man. I wonder if it's
anything to do with on my end. Don't look like it because I just I even turned my YouTube off.
I even turned my YouTube off.
That's weird, man. Can you hear me though?
I hear you fine. Am I back?
Flash?
Yes.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
And this is just the echo, and it's a delayed echo. I've never heard a delayed echo before.
and this is just the echo, and it's a delayed
echo. There's nothing you can do about it when you're in, dude, I guess. I mean,
I never have either.
Are you on a...
There's nothing you can do about it when you're in, dude, I guess. I mean,
I guess not.
Are you on a headpiece?
No, just a phone.
Huh. That's like the way you used to do it before, right?
Huh. That's like the way you used to do it before, right?
Yeah.
The old one,
yeah. Actually, I'm not even sure I even have a headpiece anymore. I have to invest in one.
Now, I wonder... Let's see.
Now, I wonder... Let's see.
I'm wondering... You're hearing me late.
I'm wondering... You're hearing me late?
I don't think so.
I think you are. I'm going to test something. Testing 1, 2, 3. Answer me as soon as you hear this.
I'm going to test something. Testing 1, 2, 3. Answer me as soon as you hear this.
Heard it.
Yep, that's late because I said it. It went. It was like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's late.
It was like 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's late.
No, I will deal with it, man. We'll try and think of something.
Oh well.
We're here though.
We'll deal with it, man. We'll try and think of something on that. We're here though.
We'll pretend it's a satellite feed.
Yeah. I don't know. Again.
Yeah.
Is that really bad out there, you guys?
Is that really bad out there, you guys?
I don't understand this crap. I mean, I hate hearing my voice. I hate hearing my voice at the worst of times.
I hate hearing my voice at the worst of times. At the best of times, I mean.
Or any times, as a matter of fact. I would hate that for anybody to have to be hearing me twice.
For anybody to have to be hearing me twice.
See here. Yeah, it's doing it. It's even on the show. It's doing it.
It's doing it. It's even on the show. It's doing it. It ain't just me. Last week.
Damn this! Why?
Damn this! Why?
I don't get it, man. This when it was echoing before, I was the only one that could hear it. You're not on a headset.
That's weird.
You're not on a speakerphone, right?
You're not on a speakerphone, right?
Yeah, I think that's the only way I can get through.
Really? What if you try without the speaker?
I think so.
What if you try without the speaker?
Let me monkey with it.
I'm sorry, everyone. It's always something, isn't it? Oh my God! I hate it. I hate me. I hate my echoing. Hi, Latino Slant. I said hi to you twice there, didn't I? Let's see something here. All right. What about now? Not echoing, right? I muted his mic for a sec so I can see. So it's definitely not me echoing.
Let's see.
It's probably me.
Yeah, it is that, but it's very strange. I'll try to find a way to fix it though. This is, I mean, Claude, at least he got through. Claude couldn't get through until he got a headset thing. Yeah, it's back.
Well, then that shall be the next investment.
I don't want to make you spend money, dude. Let me send you one.
What? Are you kidding me? They're nothing.
No. But you don't have an earpiece. You don't have ear. Oh, you're weird. You're not using a speakerphone, are you?
Yeah, because I can't get it off.
Oh.
Like when I dial into this, like when I log into it, it automatically puts me on either a camera or a speakerphone.
Wow. That's right.
Yeah, it's like an automatic default.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
I wonder what. Son of a bitch. I'm in stereo, everybody.
We shall make an investment for next time.
I feel bad. To make you have to do that?
Yeah, man, it's nothing. Are you kidding me? A couple of bucks, there's nothing to it. A couple of bucks, there's nothing to it.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you're here at least.
I mean,
I'm sorry, everyone, for having to hear it that way. It's just. I did not know. It makes sense now that you mentioned it that way. You have to have the stupid camera.
Yeah, it automatically just like sends me to this.
But you can turn your camera off.
I did.
Yeah, because mine's off.
Let me try it.
I mean, yeah, your camera's off. Oh man, he's working on something there. He muted the mic, I believe. Yo. You there? Did I unmute your mic or did you? It's always got something. I'm calling tech support. Man, oh man. You there now? Hey, it's small. Can you hear me at all? I hear it, but it's far in the background. Oh, well, it does happen, guys. We're going to I guess we'll try to just roll and try to get used to it. I can hear myself in this background now, but I'm not hearing him. RR, Latino, Mark, man.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, it is StreamYard. Yeah, I hear you. How about you? You hear me?
Okay, is that echo still there?
No.
Okay.
It's very minute anyway. What'd you do?
Okay. I just switched something on the settings.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Is anyone hearing the echo now? I hear me really faintly, unlike it's loud. So I can hear it, but it's almost non-existent, which is good. Okay. No echo. They're saying no echo now. Whoa.
Okay, cool.
Sorry to bother you. I think he's got it handled there. He's on his phone.
Now we got it.
An echo. Yeah. What's that? Oh, was it the microphone? Was it the volume, maybe?
I think it was the microphone.
Okay. Well, so I can hear me now really, really faintly, so it's not that bad. And it's better. They're all saying it's better. Okay, well, there you go.
Cool.
We can push on.
Sorry. Press on, shall we?
Yes. Sorry, everyone. But don't worry. I'm going to be sneaking up to Flash's house like in the next couple of days and beating him senseless.
Excuse our ignorance.
Yeah, man. Hey, buddy. Well,
we don't understand technology.
No, we don't. We hate technology, as a matter of fact, because we're much like on Wayne's World. We fear change.
Absolutely.
Technology is not our friends because
the beast.
And we get to claim ignorance because we're freaking old.
Exactly.
If you're under, what are we going to say, 45 or 50, you have no excuse. Maybe 40.
Yeah.
But I'm way over 50, dude, so I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to this. I'm an idiot anyway, but I'm more of an idiot with the tech crap. Yeah, Emmett. Anyway, hey,
cut us
man.
Some slack.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Yeah. Okay, so this is obviously better because I'm hearing you.
Yeah, oh, well, this is fantastic, dude.
Much better. Okay. Yeah. Now we got it.
If we can do it that way and it works better for you that way, cool, man. It looks so.
We got it.
Yeah, we're doing much better. There we go. It's better. Well, I appreciate. Thank you guys for the help. Like I said, I hear me, but it's just way smaller now, at least, so it doesn't really interfere that much. So I'll still send you some headphones if you want, because I'm still hearing the echo. Well, look, man, how you been? How things going for you in your life?
Good, real good. How about you?
You know,
it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the world is a friggin' insane. So you think we should be doing? I'd be doing way worse.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Have you been paying attention to 2020? I know you're kidding.
Oh, is it 2020? Oh,
we're halfway through it, and it feels like we've been in 2020 for 20 years now. You know, I'm pretty sure when I was reading that comic back as a kid, the Superman of 2020, that it wasn't like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Yeah, it's a little bit on the weird side, wouldn't you say? Putting it
Yeah, where's
mildly.
my flying cars and all that crap? Instead, I got face
Yeah.
masks.
But let me ask you this, dude. Do you really think we can handle flying
Yes.
cars? Do you really think it's
No.
wise to have fucking
Hell
flying
no.
cars with us? With,
No. No.
You talk a crashing car.
No, because
worse.
let me tell you something. If my car had that option, like a lot of cars have, where it can park itself, I would never use it. You know why? I don't trust you. You're only as smart as the person who programmed you. So,
Yeah.
no thanks.
No. Just like I wouldn't trust a car that can drive itself unless it's Knight Rider, but that's different.
Exactly. Which brings up an interesting point. If the car is driving itself, do you require a driver's license?
You shouldn't.
Hmm?
No, you should
You
not.
shouldn't if the car is driving itself.
But they, the government would not make any money off of your damn ass driving car, so you'd still have to have some kind of fucking license. Well, look at us, dude. We're not on friggin' BTR. And then we did have
Yeah, I know.
a technical issue, of course, because I'm here to tell you, dude. They're as someone who watches a lot of YouTube live streams, they got tons of problems as well, and we just experienced one. But I'll have you know that who's here with us tonight?
Who is here with us tonight?
Our old buddy Jobber. Is
No
in the
way.
chat. Yeah.
What up, Jobber?
Yeah, he says it seems like 20 years just to get to halfway through this year. You damn straight, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And our new friend Latino Slant, welcome and hail to you, sir. It's good to see you there. I use Panda Menace, Doomcock terminology. I admit, hail to you all. He's aged 20 years and 6 months. Well, haven't we all, brother? But yeah. Nevertheless, look, here we are, not on BTR.
It's weird.
It is weird. But you know what? Without this,
I mean, we're going through the same routine we always do, but yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get to hear the little lilting British tones at the beginning or any of that. It feels a little off.
Yeah,
that's all right. We'll press on.
Not only that, we have no music anymore.
Oh.
You can't play music. I can't have my intro. No more.
Can't you get some crappy public domain music?
I think I don't even know how to do it on this StreamYard thing yet, to be honest. That I have,
okay.
Which is a little bit more expensive than BTR, but still, it's better. I don't know how to do it, but you got to watch what you do here. They got serious copyright strike issues on this thing. If you play the wrong thing, hell, scratch playing it. If you sing it, I swear, if you sing a song that's not in the public domain, it's your ass.
Oh.
Again, one of my favorite, and he's been on our show, the wonderful, fantastic Lord Doomcock. Yes, I'm dropping names, but he said I could do it, guys. He gave me permission, and he wrote me today. In fact, I talked to him a little bit today. He's a great feller. He's one of our by the way, congratulations to him. Doomcock had 170,000 subscriptions today. He just crossed 170K, man. That's fantastic. And he's been such a great friend to me, and he is going to give me some shout outs and stuff he's said. And I appreciate it. But anyway, he's a brilliant singer, and when he does his like Friday night frolics on Friday nights, obviously, he goes 5-6 hours, and he, unlike a lot of other people who do multiple guests and stuff, he hot dogs it the whole time just about, and he sings songs, and he has to make sure, because he's really great doing all these different voices and singing, he has to make sure that he does not sing anything. He gets requests all day long that is in, he has to check it and see if it's not in the public domain. I mean, if it's in the public domain, he can sing it.
Wow.
So, yeah, and otherwise, and again, I cannot stress enough how talented and brilliant he is as a singer, and a really cool dude. But and so every Friday night he sings almost all the same songs, but still it's fun hearing him do it. And I'll sit there all night. I'll listen to. Again, I'm name dropping just because I love his show. Gary at Nerdrotic did 8 hours the other night. Doomcock
8 hours?
He did 8. They got people doing way more than that even. He did an 8-hour stream the other night. The service I have on the StreamYards, you can go up to 4. I didn't. You have to get like this premium package to get 8. I didn't bother. And but yeah, so. But and then, those guys are now kind of doing it for a living. So I mean, and they do a lot of videos and they do a lot of other streams other nights as well. And they're great. They even do one together on Sunday nights. And man, my Friday nights now, I'm there listening to those guys all night long. So great fellers, love them. But yeah, man, we are no longer on the BTR. Do we miss it? No. I can't say we do. We're never going to miss it. Well, I don't know, maybe a little. Actually, one great thing to this freedom, because I was networking with our good old buddy Decker, as you know, and I couldn't just decide anytime I want just to pop a show on any night. I can do any night I want now. I will avoid certain nights because. I mean, some of the guys I like to listen to on. I don't want to do my nothing show and not get to hear some of the guys I like to listen to anyway. But also, there are plenty of nights that those guys aren't on because they do so much when they are. And Saturday nights is a good one. Wednesday's pretty good. So I'm going to try to do those, and I'm going to try to do some topic stuff. Got a lot of big plans, man. I'm going to try to make it work.
Big plans. Got a lot of fires in the iron, kid.
Yeah, sure do, brother. Got all big plans here. Got some things we could cover, though. One of the big plans, I bounced some of them off of some of the plans we have.
Yes.
This Saturday night, my dear friends. Of course, this past Saturday night, I had a fantastic guest, my old buddy Mark C. We finally got together. We planned it for years to be on together, and he finally came on. And we had a great time just talking. Mainly, we did it comics, and I've decided for 3 of the 4 Saturdays a month, I'll do what we call Comics Convo. When Mark can come on, but if not him, someone will always have someone, and we'll just do comics. And once a month, if you remember the old days, Flash, I'll dedicate one Saturday night a month to Trek Talk. And of course, if anyone who wants to do it who can't make it that night, we can flexible move it somewhere else. But I'm going to try to do a show every Saturday night if I can, because I'm home anyway, and there ain't nothing to watch anymore. Not much of it. So this is YouTube's the new entertainment, really. I mean, Hollywood doesn't make anything anyway. So I'm going to do that. This Saturday night, we got a big one planned. My good buddy Mark C. and I. This is something I've kind of toyed with for a while, and now we can do it easier, way better on YouTube. We could have a visual aid for it. We're going to review. We'll take like a lot of people do now and devote hours to it. To review a comic book saga at least once a month, like a classic one that was around a long time. Like, you name it: Dark Phoenix Saga, Coming of Galactus, Kingdom Come, Watchmen,
Clone Saga.
If you want to do the Clone Saga, I'm game, but you got to do it with me. And that means I would have to read it, you son of a bitch, but I'll do it for you.
Oh, I may do it just to make you read it.
Oh, God, I'd have to get it. Which I could try to find
it.
Well, this Saturday night, we're going to do one. I haven't talked to you about this in a while, probably. I haven't talked to you about this at all, I don't think. But as you know, I'm not just a old fart, but I'm not blind, but now when it comes to reading comics, as you know, I love to read comics, but it's become more of a chore when my eyes start to burn up pretty quickly when I sit there and read a comic these days. Because I've read so much of my life, so many comics, so many books, just to sit there so long and burning it up. Well, I've discovered now I have like a new lease on life when it comes to reading comics, because I have the DC Comics app, the $8 DC Universe app, and there are a lot of comics on there. And this is comic book collector heresy. A lot of people don't like digital comics,
right?
Or they don't think it's nice. But for people with vision problems and whose eyes hurt, they're pretty cool. So what I've been doing, there's an app that lets you cast your phone to your television set you may have heard of. So I put these comics on the big screen, blow them up. Man, I'll tell you, the comic book art looks beautiful on the big screen. And, of course, it's easy to sit there and read. It's very comfortable. I can read for hours now and not have my eyes hurt. And I've been, rereading a lot of stuff. The DC app has tons of old stuff on there. Great stuff. And a lot of new drivel I don't care about. So I reread the 2005 through 2007 maxi series, superhero maxi series called Justice by Jim Kruger and Alex Ross and Doug Braithwaite. Now, if you've been to a comic shop or looked at anything online, you've seen tons of Alex Ross art with the DC heroes. Chances are you've seen art from this series. So much so that the Ross art gets all the attention. And I remember liking it when it came out, but maybe not paying as much attention to it as I should. So it's been 2007 since the thing finished, right? So I went back and watched it, read all 12 issues last week, or week before last. And the story was like 10 times better than I remembered it. It's brilliant, pretty dark stuff. What's great is the Alex Ross art is beautiful. It's like watching a movie in a sense. This is the movie. This is the ultimate superhero movie that should be made that never will. It's brilliant. A great story, great characterization. And maybe some people don't like that Alex Ross art, but I love it. And it's incredible. So Mark and I, Saturday night, will take it to pieces. We will go through it. He's going to reread it. And we're going to review, discuss it, go through all of it. So spoilery, if you have no intention of ever reading it, you might get a kick out of us telling you all about it. Or if someone might want to read it one day, which I highly recommend, you might watch it later after you get through reading it, see what we think. But it's 2007, so no spoiler alert should be necessary. So
look at you promoting upcoming shows. You're like a professional now.
Oh, isn't that weird? I've promoted some stuff before. I still want to do some list shows. Will this give us an excuse to redo some I hate remakes, but in this case, remake some of our list shows?
Some of them may have changed.
I could have. Yeah, they do change. I could have just repost them up here from BTR, which I will do some maybe. But hell, man, redoing some after a while. Look how long ago we did Star Trek. Some of the other ones. Speaking of which, yeah. Speaking of which, I just here's something we should all really, really start talking about. As you know, as we touched on earlier at the beginning of the show, the sick insanity of 2020. If it's taught us nothing, it should have taught is this cancel culture garbage that's going on. Let's this censorship of everything that is offensive ever, whether it's a statue or a movie. It should have taught you one thing. I've been saying this for years. My good retro blasting buddy Michael French. By the way, retro blasting is a great YouTube channel. I'm going to have him on soon, of course. Go to their channel and subscribe if you have not. Retro blasting, my good buddy there, Michael French he's preached it the loudest of anybody. But I've always agreed, if there's a film or a TV show that you love, you better grab that sucker, the physical copy, right now.
Oh yeah,
right now, man. I am not kidding. They're fiddling with or canceling everything. I don't care if it's Gone with the Wind. 5 episodes of South Park they took off of HBO Max. HBO Max, as many have pointed out, they won a lot of favor with some people over their stupid release of Snyder Cut. Look, yeah, I don't care that they're doing the Snyder Cut. That's fine. I'm not against it. You know what I think about the Snyder crap, but it's fine that they're doing it, right? But they just crapped all of that goodwill that they won from it by censoring shit. So, and look, you saw what happened with Faulty Towers last week. Look, syrup, pancake syrup, for God's sake, okay? Nothing is safe. So, how long before the next thing, how many movies from the 70s would be triggering now to these kind of people? So if you love it, look. And if you think it can't get accused of being racist or any kind of istophobe, look, I'm just saying. And one example of that is, of course, I've already had the old copies of Star Trek on DVD, but I have not had the Blu-rays until now. I finally, the 50th anniversary Blu-ray set, animated series film set that came out in 2016, finally dropped it up in price, and so I scooped it. And it was on back order. It took like 4 weeks to come out, but it's beautiful, man. It's incredible. And I'm like, because look, Star Trek could easily be next. Don't think it can't happen to Star Trek. Because it's already started happening to Doctor Who. Old Doctor Who. So, look, get that physical copy. If it's, again, maybe not of everything, but if you really love the movie and you think it might be in jeopardy, well, you're right, Latino Slant. Blazing Saddles, it's got to be the next one. It's going to be for sure. And Jobber, as Jobber says, now with all the censorship, there won't ever be racism ever. R.I.P. racism. You got it. Get rid of Gone with the Wind and it's solved. There you go, buddy. So what do you think, Flash? I mean, are there any movies out there that you like that you think might be in danger?
I'm sure there's something that I'm not able to think of right off the top of my head. And here's the thing though, and not to be dismissive of some valid concerns, because there's certainly validity to certainly racism exists.
Of course,
it exists. Let's not deny it. It exists.
Absolutely.
And to not be dismissive of people's concerns, because that's not what I'm trying to do with what I'm about to say. I'm certainly not headed in that direction.
No.
However, if anything I've learned in my life, and you and I have seen some pretty horrendous times in the past, this too shall pass. Unfortunately, probably with no resolution, because I don't know if there is one. I really don't. I really don't know if there is a resolution to this type of problem, because then you would have to change. And I'm not saying this to change, but everybody's thinking has to change, and that's just not going to happen. It's just always going to be there. It's always been there. It's always going to be there. This too shall pass. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They'll lose interest in it and they'll move on to something else. And I'm not being dismissive about valid complaints. There are valid complaints and there are valid concerns. However, you can't let it take over every aspect of your life. If you're experiencing it personally, yeah, that's horrendous. If it's some old movie from the 40s, get over it. Get over it. Don't watch it. I hate to be simplistic. I hate to be that. Well, then don't watch it. Well, then don't watch it.
It's true though. It's just so
yeah,
true, man.
I know that's bumper sticker thinking, which I hate. I hate bumper sticker philosophy where people use little simple things to try and solve things. I hate that. However, it is true. Then don't watch it. Then don't listen to it. Then don't read it. Then don't let it enter your life. If it offends you, then keep it out of your life. It's very easy. It's super easy. It's way easier than you think it is.
But they want to tell you not to do it. That's
exactly, and that's the issue, and that's the problem. And that's what lends fire to these arguments. Don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me how to think. Which you don't. You can't tell me how to think, whether it's right or whether it's wrong.
Exactly.
You may have horrendous thoughts. And you may not have horrendous thoughts, but you could have horrendous thoughts. But I can't purge them from you by taking away a movie. I'm not going to change your thinking or your practices. Are there people who oppress people? Absolutely, 100%. People in power, whether it's whether it's in retail or Wall Street or politics, anywhere. Yeah, there are people who have power, who use it for insidious means.
Yes.
However, taking away Gone with the Wind's not going to change their mind. They're not going to suddenly say, now that Gone with the Wind's gone, say, you know what, maybe I was wrong. No, that's not going to happen. If you take an episode of South Park off the air, somebody's not going to say, oh, gee, maybe I was wrong. Maybe my views are not the right views to have. You know what? I've turned over a new leaf. I'm Scrooge on Christmas Day. The three spirits came and visited me, and everything's grand, and I'm going to buy the biggest goose down the street, and I'm going to give Bob Cratchit a raise. No, it's not going to happen. I hate to be simplistic, but don't listen to it, don't read it, don't watch it.
No. It shouldn't be that complicated. The fact
and here's the thing.
To say it is sad, dude.
I don't like Gone with the Wind. I don't like that movie simply because I think it's boring, and it's just I
Yeah.
I
I
don't
never
like
sat
it.
through all of it, to be honest with you.
I don't enjoy it. It's so dull, but people love it. And you know why? And they
Right.
don't love it because you know why I love it? Because it shows slavery. No, they just love the movie.
Yeah, they don't care about slavery. I
They
mean,
don't care.
they're not for slavery. They love the film.
Yeah, they don't care. I'm not even sure how big of a part that plays in the movie, to be honest with you. I've never made it past
You know, I've only watched the George
a
Reeves.
quarter of that movie.
You know, George Reeves is in it.
Yeah.
So I've kind of watched his part. Again, I know it's terrible for someone who claims to be a big time movie buff. I never really cared to watch.
It's just not my type of movie, but
Yeah,
it's
not my bag.
somebody's.
But I respect it, and it's fine. I mean, people say it's great, and I believe them.
Sure,
It's
I
fantastic.
believe you.
And
It's just not my bag.
no, exactly. And but Jobber makes the good point. And by the way, Latino Slant, that picture is from a cover of a comic I'm going to be reviewing Saturday night called Justice. It's an Alex Ross cover there. It's a great comic. Jobber makes the good point. White man can't jump. As a white dude who has a limited vertical leap, I'm really offended by this. I want this deleted off all streaming services. And there's the things like, again, what you said is too sensical. I mean, it's too much common sense. We don't have that anymore. There's no such thing as common sense anymore. You go, look, you don't like it, don't freaking watch it. Remember when that was just a standard?
Yeah, that's just the way it was.
And when someone said, they go, yeah, I guess I don't have to watch it. But now it's like, no, I don't want you watching it.
Here's the thing: there are real life scenarios. Yeah, there are real life situations where people are oppressed. Like I said, we've established it. There are real life situations. If a movie is ruining your life, you got too much time on your hands and too much anger. And too much anger, I may say. Maybe you need to look at yourself.
Dude,
If something can upset you that much that's on celluloid or print or anything like that, be the bigger person and turn away from it.
dude, they went after
I don't want to watch it.
They went after the Golden Girls. Okay? The Golden Girls. That's why someone, raised a point the other day on Twitter. Yes, it's a cesspit, but they got some cool people on there. But with that, Hail the Phantom Menace. Someone said, how long before they, this all this blackface stuff they're talking about now? How long before someone goes, the Klingons on the original Star Trek show were wearing blackface? And someone said, yeah, but they're aliens. Don't try to use logic.
Yeah, don't do that.
They were still white dudes making their faces dark brown or black or what have you. There were actually some Klingons that were white. If you remember with Tribbles, those guys said there's certain episodes where the Klingons didn't even make their face for some reason. So it doesn't.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that look like they could be a fast food manager.
Right. The beatnik Klingons, as I used to call them. Before they had the bumpy heads and everything. And so the ones that did make their faces, it was more like a dark brown maybe or whatever. Kang and Cooler, but Koloth was white. I remember Trouble with Tribbles didn't even bother painting the Klingons. I don't know why, but neither here nor there. But there's some idiot that would watch that and go, "Those are white people with doing blackface." Hey, yeah, but you know what, dude? They were aliens. They won't care. They won't care. And while we're at it, what about all these sexist skirts? Oh, these women are too high. That's problematic. The women wear skirts. Well, that's just not right. Oh, and why can't a woman be the captain, huh? And remember how sexist it was that the network wouldn't let number one be the captain in the cage? They didn't like her being the first officer, so they made her. They got her off the show, and she had to play the nurse later. That show's problematic. Suck it. Go to hell. And there's the big thing, dude. When they do this shit, people bending the knee is why we have the problem. If you just say, look, fuck you. You just say, look, when they say, we got to cancel it, say, no, go cancel yourself. Suck it. No, just go away. You're a child. Go become an adult. If you're offended by a 60s TV show or a 30s movie or a movie that said a word you don't like and that affects your life, you need to go sit in the corner and suck your thumb.
Yeah.
Instead of people appeasing these idiots. Yeah, I remember that well, Jobber. Like you said, remember when a certain political group said, if you don't like the show, just change the channel? What happened to that? No, that always worked for me. You guys aren't getting the echo again, are you? It just comes and goes. I'm getting it, but as long as they're not, I don't care. Because it's minimalized anyway.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, did you hear it before though?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys let me know if you are. Again, it's not like as loud as before. Um, so yeah, it's a problem. Other things that are going on though out there, other than that, I'm sorry I derailed it to the cancel culture crap, but we talked about this a little the other night. There've been some comic books suffered some comic. We all know in entertainment the great Carl Reiner passed the other day. That's a sad thing. But as we talk geek stuff mainly here, comics lost two legends the past couple of weeks. You may have heard. Flash. Can't hear it. Good. As long as you guys can't hear it, I can live. Joe Sinnott, of course, in my opinion, the greatest Marvel comic books inker ever. But I know you may not be too familiar with him, but you are definitely familiar with Denny O'Neil. I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, two. I don't know if you knew who Sinnott was, but to me, he was Kirby's best inker. But he also did a lot of other stuff too.
Right.
But he did more comic. He did more Fantastic Four. That's right. You're an FF. I mean, look, nobody worked on that comic more than, and I mean nobody more than Joe Sinnott. So, and he was one of those ones I always wanted to meet. Man, never got to. And Denny O'Neil, who returned Batman to his Dark Knight glory, along with Neil Adams, as you well know, amongst other many things that he did. So, or many other things, I should say. And I guess you heard about the story about Michael Keaton perhaps returning as Batman.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. It's a strange thing. A lot. When I heard it, it didn't really. Nothing. I have no problem with it. If it might not even. If it's in a movie with the Flash and it's got Ezra Miller, it's going to be crap anyway because it's horrible. But there's a certain generation that is just head over heels with this. Really excited that Michael Keaton will play an old Batman for 5 minutes and something, I guess.
I'm excited about it too.
Are you?
Even though I don't care for those movies.
Really?
Yeah, even though I don't care for those movies, I love Michael Keaton. Yeah, I really like Michael Keaton a lot. Well, yeah, I like Michael Keaton. And even though I don't care for those movies that he did, wow, what a neat stunt that is. You know what I mean? Boy, that's really playing into your history.
It depends on what he's going to be doing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do it really well, I mean, boy, talk about capitalizing on your long history. Which that's something, and I'm not using this as a DC versus Marvel thing or something like that. But the MCU has a very insulated, isolated history. This is just what they created, for the MCU movies, and that's all you ever get to use. But man, DC can pull off a stunt like that and bring back somebody from the 80s. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
that is a pretty neat trick.
No, it's great. Again, I have no problem with it in something good. Like, for example, we don't know if they did. I think, and fans are torn up a little bit about this. If it were like him playing old Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond movie, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
if you did it right. So what? I don't know exactly what they're planning here.
I don't either. They're pretty tight-lipped about it, but I will tell you one thing. Movie? Yeah, judging by what they've said, like the wording in talks, it's done. It's all but a done deal. In talks means it's been going on for a while. Right. I have a feeling it's been going on since the TV crisis. It's probably when it started.
Yeah, that's
because there was a big rumor going around that he was going to make a cameo appearance in Crisis on Infinite Earths when they did it on television. There was that big rumor that he was going to appear, and then he didn't. And I think maybe they yanked him out of that, possibly. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any inside information, but I think it's probably was happening back then. And they decided, hey, wait a minute, this
Yeah.
is a little bit too big for a TV show just to waste Michael Keaton in a little cameo. So I don't know.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
it started there.
Yeah. Well, no, I got you. I hope. Like RR said, he hopes he better not go woke. But if he does, and he could, it won't really be his decision, but it could happen. This could really be a great or a terrible disaster. Yeah, I agree with that either way. And like RR, I agree with that. But like Joe or Jobber was saying, also a thing you got to worry about is, I mean, I think he thought he would kind of like to see. I'm sorry, what I said earlier about it being Batman Beyond. I think that would work. I don't know what you're going to do with him in a Flash movie, and if it's Ezra Miller, it'll be interesting to watch for Keaton. But I don't know. But it could be a disaster. With Jar Jar Abrams in charge, I'm going to err on the side of it being garbage, even though I like the Keaton thing. If it turns out to be good, fantastic. Look. I got picked on a lot because during that stupid Snyder Cut thing, when they finally got that, all I said was I don't like all the Snyder bots that got the nasty ones that got their little way, but I was never against them doing a Snyder Cut. I don't really care. To me, since Snyder pretty much sucks to me, all that means is and I know I know you kind of like the Whedon cut, but it means that a really messed up movie is probably going to be an even more messed up movie when he gets said and done. But let him. I say let him do it. It's his movie. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. I mean, but that's fine. You could be not that excited about something and not necessarily be against it. So
Right.
yeah. Anyway, we'll see what they do. It's way too early to even speculate on what they're going to do with Michael Keaton. It does bring back memories. I owned my comic book shop at the time back in Baton Rouge when the Michael Keaton casting was first announced, and when the movie played in theater. And this was, of course, the summer of 1988. And I see an article in Amazing Heroes. Anyone know what that is? If you're old enough, Amazing Heroes was a monthly comic book fanzine put up by Fantagraphics, which reported on all the goings on in the comic book industry, especially for the mainstream comics, whereas Comics Journal went all over the place, which I bought both. Amazing Heroes, somebody wrote an article. He said when that announced, he was at a con somewhere, I don't know where, when the announcement for Michael Keaton came out. He said, and this was the summer of '88. One of my all-time favorite films, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, had just been released. He said, if you're walking around the con, if you hear like the mumblings of Watermelon Cantaloupe from the crowd, what you could really kind of make out is the two things were being said amongst the crowd. Michael Keaton, Roger Rabbit. Michael Keaton, Roger Rabbit. Michael Keaton. That's what he said. That was it. That was the talk. And they had a lot of people that were saying Michael Keaton with a question mark inflected into their. They were saying Michael Keaton. And look, for a long time, we were all saying, we weren't saying Michael Keaton. Oh my God, like they are doing in 20. We were saying in 1988, you were saying Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
You mean
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, Mr. Mom, Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton. Okay, what in the hell? Then a number of months before the film came out, Starlog released a cover with him on the cover next to the Batmobile in that black costume. And I got to admit to you, dude, I was working at my comic shop and I carried Starlog. We busted out laughing. We were laughing at it, not with it. We're like, this is terrible. Now, and also in fairness, when we finally started seeing some clips from the film, I got more excited and going, I don't know. I know you didn't like it that much, but at that time, I was expecting something so bad, and this happens once in a while.
Yeah.
That I ended up liking them, really liking it. The fact that it wasn't unbelievably horrible, because I don't think it was. There are a lot of things that were done different. his casting is kind of strange, but the fact that it was not unbelievably horrible made it good, at least for me. And again, I'm fairly warmly disposed towards it. Um, but and man, dude, the excitement. I was selling tons of Batman shirts and comics. I did a little raffle thing. I raffled off a Frank Miller hardcover of all this complete Frank Miller Batman to one lucky winner. I had all kind of contest stuff going on. Went to the premiere, made a big deal out of it, and we all had a lot of fun. And RR says Keaton walked away from Batman Forever because he didn't like the direction they were going with the character. Hopefully, he still has that good judgment, but with JJ, meaning Jar Jar Abrams, in charge, who knows? That's a good point there. Yeah, but Jar Jar is not dealing with a chump. Keaton won't do it if the script sucks, and I agree with that too, Latino Slant. That's a good point. He probably won't.
No, he won't.
Latino said, was it Latino Slant? Starlog, man, it's such a big collection. Wow, my childhood. Look, Starlog, just on my Baxter Building Basement Facebook group, by the way, if you have not joined that, please do. Over on Facebook, go look for Clobberin Times Baxter Building Basement. Just last week, I was having a memory lane thing about Starlog, and I posted a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, dude, that was the greatest. Starlog magazine,
it was.
man.
Yeah.
That was the internet for science fiction and fantasy geeks. No slight to the wonderful magazine, Famous Monsters of Filmland, or some of the lesser ones like Fantastic Film or Sort of Fantastic, which were fine. But Starlog, man, that every week, for me, it was the Walden books. If in your city you didn't have that, you went to the B. Dalton bookseller. But every month, you got your sci-fi news out of there. And I still have all of mine. I love it, man. And so much so that when I look at an old Starlog cover I bought it solidly throughout the early 70s throughout. I never missed it until like somewhere in the mid 90s when I finally stopped. But man, I could look at those old covers and I can remember what I was doing at that point in my life by looking at an old Starlog cover. I don't care if it's from 1982 or 84, 89, 78, whatever. Yeah, man, dude. I loved it. Used to get Cinescape magazine. Yeah, I used to get that one too. And Cinefantastic. Cinefex, remember that one? Yeah. But yeah, I love Starlog, man. Did you know Starlog had a store?
No.
Yep.
They had a store?
In Atlanta. And it was there for a good long time. Yeah, it was an underground Atlanta Starlog store. But by the time I got a chance to go to it, I forgot which con we were at. Maybe it was in the 90s or something like that. It was closed when we went to try to go see it. Then later it closed down. But there was a Starlog store.
That's weird.
It sounds mythical, but it sounds as mythical.
They're like, what are we going to sell? I don't know. Starlog?
Ahead of its time, man. And sort of like, it sounds mythical, sort of like a lot of people don't, Sid and Marty Krofft. A lot of people don't know that they had an amusement park.
Yes.
But you know that, right?
I did.
In Atlanta, CNN Center, that used to be Sid and Marty Krofft World of Wonder or whatever, Worlds of Wonder. It was when I went there in the early 90s, there was still some of the rides and stuff standing. But they're all gone now. And then a lot of CNN's gone now, if you know what I mean. But so yeah, great stuff. I don't know how we got to Starlog, man, but what the hell? I love Starlog. That's what the open show is all about, brother. But yeah, it was on that cover of Starlog that Michael Keaton. Again, that was when I had my shop, Mega City Comics. Yeah. I Googled my shop name once, not too long ago, just for the hell of it. And there is another Mega City Comics. I'm glad there's another Mega City.
I said, Yeah.
You
could sue him.
No, I don't think I could sue him. I'm glad there's another Mega City Comics. I'm glad that name went to another comic shop. I really am. Because I never want to be in the business again.
Me too, but I'd assume.
Yeah, I don't think I can, though. I didn't copyright it. It's sad. Yeah, Starlog. And when you say Starlog Forever Latino Slant, I know a guy that takes that seriously. A buddy of mine bought it from issue 1 and bought it until it ended in like 2004, 5, so whatever it was. He has every issue. Even I don't have every issue. I had number 1. I gave it to a friend as a present because it was worth a good bit. But I gave it to Tex. But I asked Tex's first mention on the new show. Wow. I'll have to get his ass on here one day. But I gave it to Tex, but I still have all my old Starlogs other than that one. Great stuff. Oh, man. I still have all my old comics journals, all my old Amazing Heroes, my, comic scene, which was made by Starlog.
What a pack rat.
Yeah, I got it all, man. I still got a lot of it. I love my old fans. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the years, even some comics, but not my fanzines and mags and stuff. I'll leave them to somebody. Sure.
Geek porn.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but that when people say anything like food porn or geek porn or whatever, it still sounds like porn. And it disturbs me. I don't know why. Which is weird because I like porn, but I don't know what to. Not really, but really. But yeah, man, Saturday night will be show number 4 on the 4th. How about that for brilliance?
Take that.
Take that, whatever.
Take that, BTR.
BTR, you
suck.
I did 700 shows.
What are you going to do about it now? We're not there anymore.
I did 700 shows on there, and they took one off once, and they struck one down one time in 2009. Those bastards. So screw them.
Why did they strike it down?
Because some of those idiots at Trek Space bitched, and apparently I never got a good answer, but they claimed that Paramount had them do it because I was bitching about the stupid, filthy 09 Jar Jar Abrams movie. I still don't know if that's true or not, but it got taken down, sure as shit.
Man, keeping you down.
Yeah, but I had other shows where I said almost as well, probably worse stuff. Now we were bad. But dude, you were on the show with me for years. We cuss our ass off and said all kind of crazy shit. So
yeah.
But at that time, the movie was just out in theaters.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I'm affecting
wrong
it.
Place, wrong time.
Like a silly podcast is going to really hurt it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, even granted, back then, not everyone and their grandmother had a podcast, but still.
Who you think you are, Harry Knowles?
I hope I never think even that. I think.
Oh my God, that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Oh God, you said it on this show. Damn.
I know. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I hope I never think I'm that bad. Look, I hate myself enough as it is. I don't need to think of myself as Harry Knowles. That's suicide stuff right there, brother. Ugh. What a creep asshead. I don't want to even say the name of his damn site. He was in that stupid wasn't he in that stupid ass Fanboys?
Yeah. Or somebody played him or something. I think somebody played him.
Oh, maybe. I thought he was in it himself.
Yeah. No, I think somebody played him.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. Well, there's another little picture from Justice. I'm gonna have a bunch of pictures. I got to figure. I still things I need to figure out how to do with this damn the StreamYards thing that I can't quite get the hang of yet. But maybe you have to have premium to put music on there.
Always a scheme. Always a racket.
Yeah. Pisses me off to no end. Have you seen this? Oh God. This new, or these ads for this new goddamn Star Trek cartoon?
Just for the first time tonight. And I scrolled right by it.
I'm not knocking Rick and Morty. A lot of people like it, and I've only seen like one or so, and it's okay. Again, nothing against it whatsoever.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, again, a lot of people like it. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I just, this thing. I guess if Star Trek wasn't in such a horrible shape right now, in other words, non-existent since 2005, since none of this is real Trek, and they did a comedy cartoon about it. If there were actually really real Trek being made in other venues, I would not mind, and I might even like it. I don't know. So whether this thing is funny or not, it's like, man, it's just Star Trek has been treated like shit. You want me to laugh now? I don't feel like laughing when it comes to anything to do with Star Trek. You don't deserve.
Laugh at the dead body.
Yeah, screw you fuckers. Bad reboot. Go screw yourself. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That isn't. That's a nice one. That is. Again, okay, and Saturday night I'm going to elaborate on that scene there. One of the great things about the book Justice that I noticed that I guess I picked it up before because I've hated the way they've characterized Captain Marvel. Yes, not Shazam, Captain fucking Marvel. At DC, since they put they changed it to where he has Billy Batson's mind when he turns into Captain Marvel, which is stupid. I hate that crap. I don't know if it was Thomas or Ordway who did that shit, but I really can't stand it. In this comic, since it's sort of like.
Wait a minute, what is it now? What did?
Well, for many years,
what did they do now?
At some point in the either 80s or 90s, someone made it to where when he says Shazam and turns into Captain Marvel, made him basically had Billy's personality and intellect in him, and in other words, a big kid in the body. Well, if you read any Captain Marvel comics before that. I mean, there was a young quality about him when he turned into Captain Marvel, but he has the wisdom of Solomon, as that's one of the many traits he's blessed with by the gods, and he acts like an adult.
Yeah.
But they decided to make him a kid.
I never thought about that.
That was early on. I mean, that was forever, in the old days. But at some point, now again, I love the Justice League cartoon by Denny and Tim. They did that on that one, if you'll remember. When he was acting like Billy and he was all but they didn't do it that bad. But most of the iterations, just like in the movie, I don't know if you saw the movie. Did you see the Shazam movie?
Yeah. It's okay.
The movie version, I mean, it's a fun movie, I guess, but I can't take it. I'm too much of an old Captain Marvel fan. Latino's Plant. I will fully admit that the movie has it's entertaining. I like Zachary Levi, but the characterization in this book, Justice, that I've just put this picture up of, I mean, there's a pie in the sky aspect to him, but they wrote him, Jim Kruger. I mean, if you told me Alan Moore wrote this book, I'd have thought so. I'm talking prime Alan Moore, 80s, not kooky snake god Alan Moore. I'm talking about brilliant writer Alan Moore. It's that good. The characterization of all the characters, they all have great stuff to do. But Captain Marvel in this one acts like Captain Marvel, not a child. The movie's okay. I mean, I guess it's entertaining. It's hard to say, but it's just not my Captain Marvel personally. I don't know, man. So anyway, in that book, in Justice, which we'll be talking about, Captain Marvel is really one of the highlights of the book. The Joker is freaking hilarious. They have certain things in this book that are so good. I mean, you would have thought Alan Moore wrote it. One of my favorite bits is when Superman's narrating toward the end of the book, when he's talking about Luthor, who was, part of the I'm not going to blow the plot right here or anything like that, but he says something interesting. Superman says, "Luthor is my greatest enemy." He's kind of narrating it because they didn't use word balloons on this part. Luthor is my greatest enemy, not because of his wealth, not because of the weaponry he creates, not because of greed, not even because of evil, but because he cannot be humbled no matter what happens to him. That's like, yes, that's Luthor. You can't. I was rereading another brilliant one that we're gonna do soon, All-Star Superman. Great book. Luthor's really great in that. I mean, when you handle Luthor well, just how well Luthor was handled by Denny and Tim on the Justice League cartoon. he's a great character when handled so well. So, all right, there you go. He has the wisdom of Solomon, so it's still Billy, but an older, wiser version, not a kid running around in an adult body like Tom Hanks in Big. Yes, we were talking about that last week. It's not Big. Like that shit in the movie. When he when they go into the convenience store and all that crap. The whole movie really aggravates me. I want to like it so bad because I like Levy as in that role, but I gotta say, I don't know. And I bored everybody to death. Everybody just ran out on me. Looks like I don't know what happened. This happens on YouTube. People fly in and out there. Bloody hell! Oh my God! It could be StreamYard messing doing something crazy on me. The hell? Oh, you see? Okay, good, man. I see you. Yeah, the Justice League cartoon version of Lex was fantastic. Clancy Brown was brilliant as well. Oh, cool. Latino Santa. We'll look forward to seeing you there, man. Mark C popped in early. He's going to be with me Saturday night. He popped in earlier. This was his. I just mentioned to him that I wanted to do this one night. Then he called. I mean, he contacted me the other day and said he wanted to do it Saturday night. It is the 4th of July, so I'm sure everybody will be out busy. But what the hell? I won't be anywhere. I don't know about you, but I'll be doing nothing.
What the hell?
I would like a hamburger though. And I got to do my usual. I have like certain things I watch on 4th of July. One of them being the Omega Glory. Yeah. E Plebnista. Oh shite. Yeah, what you gonna do, man? But we need to. I guess we need to pretend like some of our more fun top 25 shows never happened, so we can just sweep them under the rug and then do them over again.
Do a crisis?
Yeah, because they were fun. They were so much fun, and then Claude can make fun of us.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yes, because that's important.
Another list, huh?
Yeah, guys, what kind of list did you guys do tonight? Well, he's the one that went out. He's the one that went out and bought a microphone because he couldn't get through on his phone. I can't wait to tell him you did. What are you, a pussweed or something? You can't get through on the phone? Flash managed it.
You can't use a rotary phone, Claude.
That's what everybody says. He never could get it, though.
Could he not?
No, he never could get in. I don't know what the hell. He's an idiot. What can I tell you, man? Yep. So, yeah, that's a lot of cool shit in that comic. Though I don't know if you ever read or watched anything where you liked it. You liked it sort of okay, but never really thought about it much, and you watch it years and years later, and you really, really like it. I've had it both ways. I've had some things I didn't like as much when I saw them later, but something that I liked okay, then I saw it later, read it later, whatever it is, just really, really, it grabbed me more for some reason later in my life. Ever happened to you?
I'm sure it has.
I think it's the kind of thing that only happens to me.
I'm sure it has. I'm just having trouble pinpointing what it would be, but I'm sure it's happened.
Let's see. Jobber says, just do another top 25 worst movies list. It's been 8 years since the original one.
Yeah, there's some new candidates. Yeah,
there are a lot of new bad ones. You could put.
Yeah, there's a lot of new.
Oh my God, I know.
A lot of new kids on the block.
I can think of 3 off the top of my that are under the Disney banner there.
That's
more than 3.
That's worth a shot there.
That's not a bad idea there, Job.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, top 20. Remember when we did it before?
That's been a while.
It's been 8 years, Chopper. Jesus, man, are you sure? Holy shit, 8 years, dude. We've been doing this a long time. Good God, dude. No kidding.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sure there's some new contenders.
I've got something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away. I like that. Very good. Um, holy shit, 8 years. Um, remember we had this criteria for those who weren't there, but when we said bad movies, we excluded the low hanging fruit like The Room
Yeah, let's not
or
make it too easy.
yeah, you don't want Tommy Wise, The Room or Manos the Hands of Fate because those you can do that kind of list, but
Yeah,
we
but
kept
we'd have an identical list if we did it that way.
yeah.
And
Not
it's
only
too
that,
easy.
yeah. So we went with relatively what would you call it? Like big, not so much big budget.
Mainstream.
Mainstream is a good yes. Thank you.
Well,
Roadhouse. Hello there. Welcome. Watch from Clearwater, Florida. Well, welcome there. Good to see you. Highlander. Well, yeah, I'd say Highlander 2 personally, Jobber. That would be on my list. Oh my god. Highlander 2 was one of those times where I've only walked out of a couple of movies in my life. That one, I don't know why I didn't. I should have. I wanted to. Yeah. Well, Chopper said Flash will just put. Is it what is he's got? Oh, there we go. He said Flash will just put Jaws for the Revenge as his number one again. You did have that number one.
and I don't know if I did or not. I'm sure it
Did
was
you?
on there.
I was on there.
I don't know if it was number one, but it was certainly on there.
Was that no Jobber? Man, I can't. Man, you got an amazing memory, dude. Um. We got Latino Slam. I should name our good friends who were here. Of course, there's the great Jobber, Just Joe 47. Mark C popped in earlier. RR, the great RR, and of course our new friends, Latino Slant, who says he's from LA, out in Los Angeles, and of course Roadhouse, who is from Clearwater, Florida. Welcome, gents. I don't know who's what. I'm gendering people. I don't know who's what. Welcome, humans. How about that? And if you're an alien, you're still welcome because I like aliens. And
That's even better.
And even better, if you're an alien, even better. Because let's face it, humans, we're bored with them, aren't we?
And that would make you the new Art Bell.
Yeah, I'd be the new Art Bell on the wild card line east of the Rockies. I can't do a good Art Bell, man. What's it? Doomcock does Art Bell perfect. He's fantastic. I can't.
Just fall for everything and believe every little phone call, and then you'll be the new Art Bell.
Or George Norrie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Norrie that does that more than Bell, though?
I think Bell was more notorious for it.
God, I loved Art Bell, though, man. The nights that guy got me through.
A little trusting. Let's put it nicely. He was a little trusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
You're like, yo, Art, this guy is batshit crazy. Why are you still talking to this guy? Good radio, I guess.
Mr. Clancy Brown connection, man. What was that? Explain yourself, sir. Oh yeah, it's better to. Oh yeah, no, I saw it. It's better to burn out than fade away. Was the original Highlander? Oh, thank you. And it was Clancy Brown. Why was I thinking of Luther? Because Clancy Brown's Luther. You got me, brother. I haven't seen the first Highlander in a long time, I have been humbled. Well done. I like being humbled. I mean, unlike Luther, I can be humbled. So, RR, you are a toxic male. Good, man. Well, hey, man, like there's any other kind. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all toxic here, brother. You're also so problematic and toxic. I can't do that, Lloyd. Gary's great at that one. Gary's great at the soy boy voice. And which he is no soy boy, so that's pretty cool. Gary from Nerdrotic, one of my favorite YouTubers. They got so many great ones. I'm not in a class with any of them, but I still love them. They're fantastic. I don't mind at all that they make me feel lowly and worthless. Well, they don't. I do.
Jesus.
They don't. I'm blaming them, but it's really me. All right, Roadhouse has a fun question though. Who would you choose, the Thing, Hulk, or Juggernaut? If you choose, well, the Thing is my all-time favorite character, Roadhouse, and I also love Hulk, and I love Thing Hulk battles. But I do love Juggernaut as a villain. So every now and then, Thing slugging it out with Juggernaut or Hulk slugging out a Juggernaut, I'm all for it. He is a great villain. A lot of people don't like Deadpool 2 that much. I kind of liked it a lot. And Juggernaut, that's one of the best things in that movie. He was a lot of fun in the thing. So I'm going to go with the ever-loving blue-eyed thing on that one, brother. Because that's how we roll around here. An hombre call me Polly. Okay. Hey, Polly. Hey, Polly. I say, you're Polly. Hey, come on. No, get off, Polly. What are you doing, man? Not that kind of Polly. Not that Polly.
Not that Polly.
No. But I like that Polly. Burt Young was a great actor, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have fun here. I like it here already. If we get some of our little technical issues solved. I had some correspondence with the great Doomcock today, and he's going to give me a shout out and everything. And he does not have to do that, but he has done it. He's been on my show, of course, a while back, and he's had me on his, and he is fantastic. And again, as I said earlier, congrats, Doomcock, on hitting 170K. You're the man. Roadhouse, you would be correct. Much to his shame, the Thing had his own animated show in the actually it was the late 70s, and it was called Fred and Barney Meet the Thing.
Oh my God!
The little kid would put a ring on, says "Thing Ring, do your thing," and everybody at Marvel Comics should have been taken out back and shot to death for that. Just saying. Yeah. Jobber Highlander 2 with the red shield and the aliens from Planet Zeist. I got one version where the shield is blue, updated with CGI effects, and all mentions of Zeist have been eliminated. Oh, they did that? Really? Because that director, Russell Mulcahy, he's an idiot. He directed that terrible Alec Baldwin version of The Shadow, if I'm not mistaken. Jobber. But I did not know there was a fixed-up version to Highlander 2, which was really weird that they were all freaking aliens for some goddamn reason. When I was in the theater, I almost got up right there. That was fucked up.
So they went in and changed something in Highlander 2?
Apparently on the DVD or the Blu-ray, whatever he's talking about. I'd like
Who
to hear
even
more about
watches
that.
Highlander 2?
Well, I don't know. Jobber does. He has it. But he must have known about that special stuff.
It just doesn't seem like it would be doesn't seem worth the effort.
First Highlander was great. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was it's just amazing they managed to keep making movies after it. Wasted opportunity. The series was solid. I watched the series here and there, and it had a big following. It was pretty cool. And Christopher Lambert went on there every now and then. Tarzan. I like Tito Sweat. He's a Hulk man. I like that. But his dad loves the Thing. Wow, your dad is a smart fellow. But I love Hulk. Look, I'm a big Hulk fanatic too. This Thing is my number one character. That's a list we did a long time ago, Flash and I, where we picked our favorite superheroes. Our favorite, let's be specific, comic book / strip superheroes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was fun, and that was a long time ago. But and Hulk was in there too. He's in my top 25. But of course, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing was my number one. So tell your dad he's okay by me, Paulie. Let's see here. Oh, RR. Hulk is my favorite character, and some of my favorite issues were his fights with the Thing. Oh, come on. I love him. So I'd be interested in knowing your favorite era of Hulk, RR. But Thing Hulk fights are iconic. There is no more iconic superhero clash, and I'm including Superman and Captain Marvel fights, which are probably second. But Thing Hulk fights are the best for me. Superman and Captain Marvel fights have an interesting slant to them, though, because before they ever met, there were legal fights for 20 years. If you know about the whole fight between Foster's Comics and National Periodical Publications over the right disputes and the copying disputes between Captain Marvel and Superman, but that's neither here nor there. But Hulk is a great favorite character to have. I love him. Love the Jolly Green Jade, or the Jade Giant, Jade Jaws, whatever you want to call him.
I call him Paulie.
Huh?
I call him Paulie.
Oh yeah, who Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's see. Roadhouse says everyone hates on Fantastic Four 2005 movie, but always prefer camp over dark and serious. Well, I don't. As a Fantastic Four fanatic extraordinaire, Roadhouse, I have a lot of problems with that movie. I don't like it that much. I don't really hate it because even if I had Fan Four Stick from 2000, what was it, 13 or 14 or whatever, 15, whatever, can really change perspectives on stuff like that. So the two Sony FF movies, I'm not big on them. I do think Chris Evans was pretty well cast as Johnny Storm. But no, I mean, you're right. They get a lot of hate, but I don't think they deserve it. And I also would. I do like camp over dark and serious any day. Although you can be darker in tone without being too dark, and I'm fine. To strike a balance because superheroes have you know, kind of their lore in both. But yeah, so no, look, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There are far worse films than those two Fantastic Four movies, which I'm very critical of. But there are a lot of worse ones out there.
And one of them has the same title.
Yep, Fan Four Stick. It has a different title actually. It's Fan Four Stick, but yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Clyde. He said loved Burt Young. Been back to school as Dangerfield's show for. Yeah, that was probably one of the funniest things he was ever in. He was always great. But yeah, I love that movie. Love that one. We love a lot of the same stuff there. I love Dangerfield. I love Back to School, man. Let's see. Latinos. RR says, "Oh, I agree. It started slow, but really got good." And he's talking about he was saying that they're talking about the Highlander TV series. It was very popular. Yeah, there were a lot of big fans. I did watch it every now and then. I don't know if you ever watched it,
No.
but it had a big fan following. I'll tell you that. Yeah. So, um, see again, meeting a lot of new people here, and that's the way it starts. It always starts. We start smaller and stuff, but I'm making some cool new friends here tonight, and man, I'm glad you guys are here. That's fantastic. Just talking, just meeting. It's like hanging out at the comic shop and meeting somebody and just talking about comics. Then you go all over the place about all kind of other things. That's why I love it. So I love geeking out on the show. If you know what I mean.
Do you dig?
Can you dig it? Oh man, here's a good one. Yeah, I love this one here. Yep, I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna have to reread this now. I'm gonna have to reread it because I'm with my memory and make notes and stuff. I got to do homework for a show, man. Like it's sort of like the old days when we do homework for one of our top 25 lists. I remember when we would do those, I would always ask Flash, or I'd say, "Dude, this was brutal to make this list, being able to choose." He'd be like, "There's no big problem for me."
That was pretty easy, actually.
Oh man, you're a pussy. It's easy.
Super easy. Barely any. Oh, I better not say that.
Yeah, no problem at all picking just to make me feel bad.
And then it would be the reverse sometimes. You're like, mine's done. I'm like, shit, I'm stuck.
Well, there's a good question there. Latino Slant asks, "What's the best superhero movie songs, Flash or Highlander?" The Queen. What's Queen's best one, Flash or Highlander? I'm gonna go Flash. I love the Flash Gordon film and that whole soundtrack they did. I liked the Highlander one that they did. That was pretty cool. But for me, it's easily Flash. They did the whole sound. They did most of the whole soundtrack for Dino's Flash Gordon film in 1980.
When
But
monkey die, everybody cry.
Yeah, my tongue dies to make you cry. Yeah, Jobber goes with Highlander though. We have a vote for Highlander there. There you go. Yeah. Oh, Latina says I saw you on Gary's live, so I started following you, bro. Well, thank you so much, man. It's great to meet you, my friend. I do appreciate it. I love Gary, man, and I love his Friday Night Tights. I love Az and Geeks and Gamers, and all those guys, Odin and Comics Division. They're all fantastic, and he's gonna have Young Ripper on this week. Love him. He's great. I love the fandom. There's so many great YouTubers. Critical Drinker, all those guys are brilliant. And Critical Drinker did a brilliant video. The other day, in sort of response to this cancel culture crap, canceling all these movies and stuff. If you have not seen that, it is beautiful. It's a thing of beauty the way he edited it together, the way he talks about the films. It's great. He also did a great one on Star Trek P Hard. But still, I think the final word on Star Trek P Hard was the Red Letter Media review. It was great, man. Latino Slant agreed. He really grew into the character. I wish they gave him a decent movie, another blown opportunity. I heard they're doing a reboot of Highlander. Not sure what to think about that. RR, if they're doing a reboot of anything in 2020 on plus, I can give you a good hint what to think about it, my friend. And it ain't pretty. You never know, but you just never know. Yeah, so who knows, man? Maybe you the Highlander fans will be happy. You'll get something you want, man. I don't know what that's like anymore. Everything I've loved has been trash. It's funny when you a lot of these people that I keep mentioning that I'm a big fan of in the fandom and it's just YouTubers are talking a lot and have for the past couple of years about things that we love being destroyed, like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, which I love all three of those, comics, and all this kind of stuff. It's strange because of course, I'm right there with them, and I love these guys. This kind of crap has been happening to me since the '80s because of just was happening to comics. It didn't start happening to the big stuff like Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who until just over the past 10 years or so, give or take. But for me, I hate to say I'm used to it. But I'm used to it.
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I don't want to be used to that shit. Oh, that doesn't make it any easier. Fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. But they fuck with every motherfucking thing. But I've been doing it for so long. I don't know. I guess the big thing about this is because I thought we were done with. I kind of 5, 6, 7 years ago, I really didn't think it would happen to Doctor Who and Star Wars. I'd gotten used to it with Star Trek as much as I hated it, and then it happens to Doctor Who and Star Wars. It's like there's a trinity there in a sense. I've even gotten used to it with comic books. You and I have said for years it's a dead medium, comic books.
Yes.
To be more precise, however, it's not a dead art form. We said dead art form. The industry's dead. A lot of these people who are making these crowd-funded comics, by the way, I don't know if you and I have talked about it much lately, Flash. Good news is people still do want comic books, and those guys are making a ton because they're filling customer needs. They're not putting out agendas. They're not screwing over beloved characters. They're simply making comic books that people want. The proof is in the pudding because people are backing these comic books that they want. On the Indiegogo ones or what have you. The Ethan Van Sciver with Cyberfrog and John Malin, all these people making these comic books, crowdfunding them the day of the comic shop, and Diamond is pretty much bankrupt. Marvel and DC are coughing up blood. And they're idiots. They don't care. They're SAW shitheads. So it didn't necessarily die, it just changed. Like the Doctor himself, it regenerated in a sense. It's like not like the shitty Tech-Tayum garbage on New Doctor Who. Like real Doctor Who, he was dying and he's regenerated. Hail CG indeed, RR. Absolutely, Comicsgate. I love them. And it saved the art form. Comicsgate did, because Marvel and DC doesn't give a shit about it. The only thing Marvel and DC do that's any good right now are fucking reprints. They've got these, and I've told you about these. They've got these True Believers Marvel's been doing the past couple of years. They're reprints of Silver and Bronze Age comics, good comics. They've got these facsimiles that are exact reproductions of some old comics, usually from the 70s. Bronze Age stuff, which I love.
Me too.
Now, DC do. So DC started copying Marvel, and they're doing it as well. Except they just announced that they're canceling a lot of them what they planned. So it's reprints now. I have the DC app just because you can watch stuff on there. Now I'm reading those comics, and good thing is you don't have. They got a lot of crap, but you got a lot of really good stuff, old stuff on there. But and there's plenty of stuff, old stuff to read if you really want to read a comic book now. There's plenty of old stuff if you hadn't read it before. That's the good news. They don't make anything good anymore. Jobber says the only remakes I can really like are John Carpenter's The Thing. Amen, brother. One of my favorite movies. That Blob remake of the '80s. I never really. I saw it. It was all right. It was kind of weird. I actually like Steve McQueen one myself. And Hack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. You know, I like the original Dawn of the Dead so much I never bothered with the remake. But people say it's good. Did you see it?
The Dawn of the Dead remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's not bad. Yeah, pretty decent.
Okay. I mean, it's just.
And I love Dawn of the Dead, but it's okay. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Yeah. Not horrible.
Latino, he said, please, I'm having a good time here. Please don't bring up Star Wars. I apologize, man. I'm sorry to bring you down, brother. I should not have done that. I didn't, you're absolutely right. No Star Wars tonight. Why wallow in the gutter with it, But let's hope they retcon it, though. But, yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I never want to bring anybody down. I think that's a fair request to say, hey, look, shut your hole if you're talking about that bullshit Star Wars. So I'm with you, man. He is right. The only thing that would depress me now is that I can't do football shows anymore. And at least I hope you get hockey back, though. Are you going to get hockey back, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I know you're going to be dying over that.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
Man, so any chance? I mean, is it coming back? Is it not? What's the deal?
If everything stays on course and nothing gets derailed, the end of this month, July 31st, is the round robin qualifying round, because things are real weird because of the way the season just abruptly ended. So the playoff format is really bizarre this year, but I'll take whatever. I'll take it.
They'll be playing with nobody in the stands, right?
Nobody,
TV.
yeah.
Jesus.
And and they're only playing in certain cities, hub cities. Last I heard, I think all the hub cities were going to be in Canada.
Wow. That's messed up, man. But I hope you get it back. At least you'll be able to watch it. I mean, like I said, because of what's happened to football, I'm so pissed off. It would just be so
weird, though. Nobody in the stands.
No, that would be weird. Jobber was talking about that.
It'd be really strange.
Yeah. Like Jobber said, he said, just like pro wrestling, pro sports are going to be weird to watch with no fans in the arenas. That it is strange, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, really bizarre. But I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, like I said, I've been watching because I love football and because I'm really torn about ever supporting that garbage again because of what they're doing. and the appeasers and people like that. And what my hero Drew Brees has done just crushed me when he bent the knee to a bunch of idiot scumbags, and his team didn't support him. So I might be done. And I sit there. YouTube is full of old football games from the 60s and 70s. Like I was talking, I don't know if I told you about this earlier or if you were on yet, but I'm watching a lot of those. And dude, you know what's weird is I think I did mention this earlier, but I'll turn one of these on. It's from like the late 70s, mid 70s, or in the 80s, whatever, and some of them are pretty good copies. They're not always great, but some of them are pretty good copies. And I still remember.
Right.
We're not talking about every one of these players being Hall of Famers or super big names. You got to remember all these so many of these names. And I remember, oh man, I think I watched that game when it came on. Weird, but I don't remember exactly what happened. So it'll still be like watching a new game in a way. With my garbage memory, it'll really be like watching a new game. And or I'll turn the game on and turn the voice down and listen to one of my favorite Phantom Menace YouTubers. It's great to have something on there, but when it comes September, and again, if they do play in the NFL, the NFL seems to think they're going to play, and then some of them start to talk about they're not going to. I'm not so sure the NFL is going to do it. Maybe not on time, at least. So, yeah. What are you going to do? Oh, what you can do there, is it, laddie? But I hope you get it back, dude. I lost the background. You guys still hearing me out there? Because I lost R2. I mean Flash. I lost Flash. Maybe his phone went out or something like that. Well, I know he'll try to get back in if he can. We'll see. I hope so. Yeah. But man, I'll tell you what. I know there was only a few of us here tonight. That's gonna be that way for a while. Oh, thanks, R. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, buddies. But I got to meet two new friends for sure, and of course see some new friends like RR, my new friend Latino Slant, Polly. I can say Polly. That's Polly, right? I'm calling it. And of course, an old legendary friend called Jabba. But RR, that broke my heart. Drew, like you said, Drew Brees folded like a cheap tent, rather. Made in China to the mob is the last straw. I'm out. Hopefully, college plays and doesn't get woke. And thing about college football here, RR, because I'm a 50-something plus year New Orleans Saints freak. I was one of those. I mean, hardcore since Archie was drafted, and I loved him no matter what. I stuck with him no matter what. Jobber can tell you that I did, Saints shows a lot of years, a lot of times. I did as many shows as I was able to do. Win or lose, I stuck with him in 2009 season, but it was in February of 2010, February the 7th. Yeah, we lost Flash. Hopefully he's coming back. I lived to see something that, quite frankly, I, like many people in New Orleans and in the Gulf South, never thought we'd live to see. I got to see my Saints win a Super Bowl, and it was one of the happiest days of my life. Here we've waited 10 years. On the past 4 years, they've won their division and arguably because of one horrible call and then just some really fucked up things later, they had some real serious chances to go back to the Super Bowl. And they blew it. One of them they got screwed out of, and a couple they just flat blew it. But still, right now, with Drew the way he is, there was a chance to do it again this year. There's a good chance with that team. They are good enough to do it if Drew plays, and he's playing, and if they don't act like jackasses and not play with him. And I don't think I can do it, man. I don't think I can watch it. It just makes me want to fucking puke when, it's bad enough that he apologized. When he comes out with his stupid wife saying, we're part of the problem, all that crap just sucks. There's Flash, and he's got a picture now. Yo, bro.
Yo. For some reason, my airplane mode switched on. I don't know what the hell that was all
That's
about.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it just blinked on.
Yeah.
Shut everything down.
Well, that's okay. You're back.
Whatever.
Man, that's important. I'm glad you're back, brother. But I was just telling the guys here how distraught I am, what a fan I've been of my team for years, how much I love them. They are a they're serious Super Bowl contender. Our buddy Latino Slant says he's baseball fan only here in the corner. Well, you know what? You're lucky, and you're probably going to get some baseball. You know something? We don't have a baseball team down here, and
Nope.
I do like baseball, especially playing it and I probably now if they started playing it, I'd probably watch baseball. I might watch some of it. Might try to get a team. I haven't seen them get political, at least so far. Maybe I have. Maybe they have. Football's my game, especially pro football. But like I was started earlier, RR, you said you hope college plays. Because I live in Baton Rouge, the LSU Tigers are the team down here, and I'm more in the pros than college. But last year, they had arguably one of the greatest seasons of any college football team in the history of the game. And they also had like 6 players go in the first round of the NFL draft, and overall like 10 or more players. So there's no way they're going to be that good this year. My LSU team there ain't no way they're winning 15 in a row and going and taking the championship. So I love Latino slams and Flash airplane. Get it? Yep. Flash is on the airplane. Good one, man. But Joe says the Sacramento Jobber says the Sacramento Kings announcer since the late '80s has to resign, fired, let go for tweeting "All Lives Matter." How dare that evil monster! Shame on the Kings management for caving to the mob. Exactly. Fuck them, man. What an evil monster he is. It's fucking terrible. That's horseshit, man. That's really crap. That's what makes me sick with all these sports. No one's asking you guys to be political one way or the other. And Drew didn't say anything he had to apologize for at all. His team didn't have his back. They could go fuck themselves. So I don't know if I can do it this year. I don't know if I can do it ever again. And it fucking hurts me. I love the game. I'll watch college, I guess. It's funny, the year I picked, it couldn't be last year where we were with LSU. Of course, I did watch all of LSU. And it was fantastic, man. 15-0 national champions. Probably the greatest season any college quarterback ever had, Joe Burrow. And then he gets drafted by the fucking Bengals. So enjoy your college glory, dude, because you're going to the Bengals now, man. The worst goddamn sports franchise. And I mean of all sports. If you can name me, Jobber can name me a worse franchise than the fucking Cincinnati Bengals, I want to hear about it. I mean, regardless of sport, hockey, baseball, basketball, they're the worst. Poor old Joe Burrow. I mean, you go with the first team a lot. He didn't get to pull a John Elway. So, yep. He had his glory, though. It was a great season. So, yeah, that's a bummer. No Clobberin time football shows. Not that they need me. They don't care. Or like, my buddy Shoemaker who would do the shows with me, he would say, yeah, when we jokingly, because we know, we would joke on when we're doing the BTR. He said, yeah, well, and I'll tell you what, buddy, the whole NFL is listening to this every night. They listen to us and they hang on our every word. We know that. And we'd laugh. And now they won't have us to push around anymore. Too damn bad, huh? Oh, man. So, yeah, look, I think we should just try to come up with some 25 lists again, man. I don't know about you, but it would be brand new for here.
Yeah, I like the worst movies thing because it's been a lot of crap.
I'm game. I mean, I can't believe it's been that long. Jobber, that's incredible.
Lots of crap has happened since then.
In honor of the great Jobber, that will be our first thing when we're doing. If you want to do it like next week or the week after, name it. We'll come on here. It could be a Wednesday, Tuesday night, whatever night you have. I don't know what my work. I never know my work schedule to the Friday beforehand. But you let me know what nights works for you. I will start on my list. I don't even know where my old list is, so it'll be different.
I don't either. So yeah,
same criteria.
Starting from scratch.
Yeah. Man, Cam, you know what? I can't even remember what was on my. I can't remember my number one.
I don't remember mine either.
Jabba
I
says
really don't.
yours was Jaws of Revenge 4. I mean, Jaws
Could have been.
Revenge.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt it.
Oh, it was definitely on there.
Oh
If
yeah.
Robert says it was number 1, I mean, yeah, it's.
Well, his memory's better than mine, but I'm sure he's right. And it may not change.
Before they started winning the Stanley Cups around 2006 and 7, the Chicago Blackhawks were called the worst franchise in all of sports. Well, I can see that, but the fucking Cincinnati Bengals have been fucking lousy garbage for about 30 years now. About 30 years straight. Because, before that, when they started in the 70s, they were at least sort of a competitor. They couldn't help it that they were in the same division as the Steelers. In the 80s, they went to 2 Super Bowls, lost
Stillers.
the Steelers. They lost 2 Super Bowls, but they were competitive. And then somewhere in the early 90s, they fell off the reservation. Actually, there were times in the aughts where they made the playoffs here and there with Marvin Lewis had them. But still, the organization itself, owned by the Browns, not the Cleveland Browns, the Michael Brown, Paul Brown's descendants, is terrible. Let's see. Jobber says, I remember I started first listening to your show around Men of Steel. I think it meant Man of Stool, I'll say, back in 2013. The worst movie list was already on there as well. Oh, okay. Huh. Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad you mentioned Man of Stool. I might have forget to put it on my list. But it'll be on there now. Yeah. Man of Stool will be on there, brother. And I'll be fair. It might not be at number 1.
I'll be fair. Man of Still.
Man of Still. Man of Stool.
That's how you say that around here. Stillers.
I've noticed that even I hear players all the time.
Stillers.
Like NFL Network were saying the Stillers, this and the Stillers. Like Ben Stiller? Jerry Stiller?
Yins want to go downtown and see the Stillers game and get an iron and go to Permane Brothers and get a sandwich.
I want to go
down on the south side.
I want to go to Permane Brothers and get a sandwich. That sounds good.
Get a sandwich.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, they're back up and running, but
are they? You been there?
Oh yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's my haunt.
Was it? My buddy Mark C is going to do the show with me Saturday night, and he's going to be doing it again this Saturday. He works up there a lot. He's from down here, but he works there a lot too. And he's always telling me about a comic book shop there that he goes to there. That you've told me about a comic shop up there as well.
Ides?
Huh?
Ides?
I think that's the one he said it is. He says it's really good. I want to go. If it's still open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I won't hold it against Pittsburgh that they made that idiotic Dark Knight retires there.
Ides has been around since the early 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There weren't many comic shops then, so shoes.
Now it's now Ides is grown substantially though. I mean, it used to be just a little comic book store. Now it's like 3 stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 3 warehouse floors.
Nice.
Huge, massive.
I always wanted to go to Mile High Comics, and now I want to go to it's just called Ides.
They call it Ides Entertainment now. It used to be Ides Comics, but they branched out into some other things. Like they sell a lot of like LPs. There's like a section that's just like old LP records and like obscure DVDs and video cassettes and pretty cool place. You can spend a day there easily.
Yeah.
Like when I say a day, I mean a day. Like
wow.
Yeah. Like you'll be there all day if you really want to look around.
Well.
And then you go watch a Steelers game.
What's the Steelers? Well,
Steelers.
I'm all about it.
Go downtown.
I'm all about that, brother.
Fluent Pittsburghese.
Yeah. Friggin' A.
Well, it's right next door. Can't help it.
Was it? Let's see. Oh, Jobber says, I thought MOS was okay. He means Man of Steel. Okay, when I saw it at the theater, but repeat viewings made me hate it. When I realized it was just it was just destruction porn in the last hour. Well, I hate every bit of it, but I do hear you there, Jobber. Yeah, that's one of the big things we said about it. We had some fun talking about that thing, didn't we?
Well,
and,
I like it.
Yeah, well, you are not. You will like what I tell you to like, mister, and like it. You never listen to me anymore.
Well, I like it. So there.
So
what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to call you names and hold my breath really long time. And
we're not on Blog Talk Radio anymore, okay?
I'm going to cancel you. How about that? You triggered me by liking something I don't like. God damn it.
Yeah, well. Will be the last time.
Latino Slant asked, best Superman flick. The only one I truly, dearly love, Latino Slant, of course, is from 1978, Superman the movie, Richard Donner's masterpiece with the great Christopher Reeve. I'm highly, highly, highly critical, including of Superman 2, which most people do like. So that's the one for me, Latino Slant. And Paul, I can say Paulie, right? It's Paulie. Man. That's good. We're buddies now. I can call you that. I hope. Okay. The only ones I really hate, well, obviously 3 and 4 are terrible movies, but I don't have a lot of hatred for them because they're screwed up and they're dumb. But I love Christopher Reeve. Superman Returns and Man of Steel. So, there's RR asks, will Dark Knight Retires be on your top 25 worst list? It definitely won't be on Flash if he likes it, and it won't be on mine either. But I don't like it much. I actually sort of liked it when it first came out, and then I watched it again and wanted to chew my own face off. And when you have a face as ugly as mine and you want to chew it off, that's something. Could someone chew their own face off?
Yeah, hell of a trick.
Plastic Man could. An elongated man. So, no, I don't think it'll be on there, RR. Spider-Man 3 might get there. I don't know. I don't know.
Never know.
Yeah, yeah. No, look, I'm not arguing with you, RR. It's not good at all. My dear friend, Eris of Chaos, whose show I did a couple of weeks ago as a guest, almost 4 hours on a Saturday afternoon. We had a great time. We were talking about movies that killed the franchise. That was her. She asked me to be on her show. That was her topic. And her favorite movie of all time is one of your favorites, Flash. It's Dark Knight. But she hates, with a super purple passion, Dark Knight Retires, as I call it. And so we had an interesting conversation about that. She truly hates it. Sneak preview of the comic we're reviewing Saturday night. I love this panel. This is one of the things that really got me going. This was like issue number 2. It opens up. Riddler and his gang are breaking into Wayne Tech, and they're trying to steal some files. And then they kept tracking somebody coming in there, and it tracked it as they said, it's Bruce Wayne. It's Bruce Wayne. They go, why is he here? Why is he here? Then of course it's Batman. They don't put it together at all. They're such a good evening, Wayne, and they see Batman, and he's not Wayne, not even close. And he kicks their ass. I love this panel. I love this page when it's put together. Where and they just buy it. They figured him, man. Oh, he's Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne. That's cool. I love this costume they got on him, by the way. Not Wayne. Not even close. Batman's fucking off the hook in this comic, by the way. One of the plot elements in this film, and this thing, again, I'm not spoiling stuff. This movie is a comic from 2005 and 7, right? So, is that Mr. Mind has the little nanotech worms that are using to control the villains and the heroes, and all because of Brainiac. And it's controlling Batman at one point, and he makes him turn on Wonder Woman and stuff, and she manages to get the lasso on him. And with the lasso on, he can be himself. If he takes it off, he'll be controlled again. So for a good part of the thing, he has to wear her lasso all over the place until they get rid of him. And they're inside of Superman, and the only way he can get rid of his is he tells Captain Marvel to throw him into the sun so they'll burn. It's like, won't you burn? No. Maybe. I don't know. And that was fucking badass, man. It was a great comic. It's not really a comic. It's like a painted movie on pages, and it looks like a movie. It felt like you're watching a movie. And Jobber he said, I like Dark Knight Rises mostly because of Tom Hardy's Bane. You liked Tom Hardy's Bane, did you? Oh, your punishment will be more severe. I think
That was pretty good.
Oh, thanks. What I hated the most about Dark Knight Retires was when I started doing the math. If you do the math at the beginning of the film, he's broken down old Bruce Wayne was Hardy's a great actor, yeah. Even though I got my buddy Steve Dunn hates him. Bruce Wayne has only if at the beginning of the film he's been sitting on his ass, his broken down ass for 8 years. And we lost Flash again, damn it. If you tally up the time that he was Batman in the first two films, Batman Begins and Dark Knight, he was only Batman for about a year, 2, 3 years, maybe at the most. Not even 3 years, probably. And then he was for 8 years, he was just old, pathetic old Bruce Wayne. So come on, Flash, what the hell? Lost him again. We've lost R2. Oh well. Maybe his phone lost power. We'll see if he gets back to us here. So Justice, one of the again, this is a total fanboy thing right here, my friends. But if you'll notice on this page of Justice, chapter 2, it says the Justice League of America in Justice chapter 2, and that's important because I grew up when they were the Justice League of America. I kind of balked in the late 80s when they brought Justice League International, and it was a pretty good book for a while. Still, they were the JLA to me. So much so that I made my only son, I made sure when we were having the fight over naming him, I made sure he got the initials JLA. Yes, my only son, as Jor-El said, has the initials JLA because I love the JLA. And later, they just lost the America part after that in the 80s and the 90s. And when they did this comic, it kind of takes place, Justice takes place, it's almost all of it, almost all of the costumes. It's kind of an Elseworldish thing since they don't count it in regular DC canon, which is fine. It's better than anything they do. It's all Bronze Age except for a few exceptions, a few of the costumes. Bruce's Batman, he doesn't just quit being Batman. It's not something he could retire from even if he wanted. It's just who he is. I'm so with you there, RR. That's why I prefer Batman the Animated Series. In my never humble opinion, probably the best iteration of the Dark Knight Detective Batman. Because I love the Adam West one and I love the Batman Brave and the Bold. But the best iteration of the Dark Knight Detective on a consistent basis for me was Bruce Timm and Paul Dini's Batman the Animated Series. I love everything about it. Almost everything. Great show. Batman doesn't quit. That's what I hated that in Dark Knight when he was going to quit for Rachel. Yeah, it is the gold standard. I mean, there's no question about it. I totally agree. And he's just Batman's so great. He's such a great character, and they did such a great job on him with that animated show. And it continued over when he was on Justice League. He was still, except he was with a bunch of superheroes. And just love him. I mean, when we did, and we are going to do our superheroes list again too. We're going to do the bad movies in honor of Jobber, especially. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. Jobber got to pick our first top 25 list. And then eventually we'll do Star Trek and we'll do other things. And I might somebody find to do Doctor Who with me. I know, Flash doesn't watch Doctor Who, but it's going to be that. Oh, well, thank you. Thanks, Paulie. Yep, 703. We did 700, and we ended right at 700 back in April on Blog Talk Radio, which is where we, for those who don't know, that's where we were. It's sort of a site that streams you 2 hours live, and then it gives you 1 extra hour and then it archives your show. For 11 years on there. I started in 2009 because I was angry with Zack Snyder's Watchmen film, and I hate Jar Jar Abrams' filthy Star Trek reboot, and those are the reasons I started. But thank you. Yeah, we did a lot of them. Justice League was fantastic for sure. I really missed that show. And they should have lasted longer. They tried bringing it back in just last year, RR, in a straight to DVD film called Justice League, strangely fighting the Fatal Five, but it was made to look like the old cartoon. It just wasn't that good. They didn't do it right. Justice League Unlimited, oh my God, man, it was so great. And I don't know if any of you are Marvel fans, because see, I love Marvel and DC. There's a Marvel equivalent. There's an Avengers equivalent that is just as good. There's Flash, I think. Let's see what's going on with him. I think I'm host for the night, not loading again for me, plus the battery is super low. The battery may be preventing the link from loading. Damn. Me too. Sorry, everyone. Let me ask him something. Shiite. That's a bummer. Damn. We lost R2 and Flash. He might not be able to make it. He's messaging me now. So, Paula, you have a show? Do you have a channel? If so, put up a link, man. I'll subscribe and I'll listen, bub. Please do. Put that. I'm not important enough to have wrenches or anything like that, so I guess you could just put it in the chat. I guess that's how it works. I'm still learning on the fly, big time, with this thing. I should have made Minimus show up with me just in case, but my battery saver is online. No problem. I'm just thanking him for. Sorry, everyone. Well. Yeah, he's all down for the work. We're going to get together on that worst list. Thanks, Jobber, man. That was a great recommendation there, brother. You're always the man. And so Flash will not be returning, my good friends, but it was good to have him back to get him inaugurated and to launch with him. And in spite of all those technical issues that we've had, I'm glad he was able to be there. And I'll finish up in a minute here, I guess. Then we used to do. This is pretty much what we used. Of course, we had a bumpy start tonight, but on BTR we would do 2 hours, and then of course, as I said, the stream would go off, and we would still be recording, and we would sometimes go a whole hour, but he used to get cut off a lot from those things. But the stream would go for an extra hour, then it would cut off if you went that far, and then it would archive it all, and you'd have a 3-hour show. Sometimes we would go a little bit over the 2-hour mark, especially on some list shows. So now on this one you can go for, but I'm going to cut this one short tonight and give everybody a break. There are a lot of other great YouTubers on who actually have people, watching them and stuff, but I don't care. I got the best audience of all because I got new friends, And I got Paulie, and I got RR and Jobber. Mark's my good buddy Mark C popped in for a second, and yeah, man. All right, Jobber. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Let me see what he's he's texting me again there. Oh man, there we go. It was good being able to hang with Flash again. So we will get that arranged. Saturday night, 4th of July. Everyone's gonna be doing 4th of July stuff. That's cool. I understand that, but you know, it is show number 4 here, 704 as well. We will, Mark C and I, we'll break down the 2005 through 7 12-issue miniseries Justice, starring the Justice League of America, by a writer, Jim Kruger, artist Alex Ross, and Doug Braithwaite. Actually, Ross also commits on the story. And which is cool. I get to reread it again. And which I'm looking forward to do. And in the future, we'll do a lot of other comics as well. Let's see. RR. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that one. RR. I was a Marvel and DC fan. We'll always love the characters, but none of the shit they're pumping now. No shit, man. Strictly supporting independent creators right now. Well, that's the way to do it, brother. I'm with you there. I love both Marvel and DC. One of the things I was saying, the Justice League cartoon was great, and the Avengers equivalent was not that sack of shit, in my opinion. Avengers Assemble. That's garbage. The thing that replaced it. It replaced. But I loved Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes from 2010 and 11. I love the Avengers movie and stuff like that, but it ruined Earth's Mightiest Heroes. To me, Earth's Mightiest Heroes is on a level with that, how great that Justice League cartoon was. Even if it does have kind of a wonky theme song, it's fine. I like it, you know. But it's kind of, and people like make fun of it. I like it fine. The characterization. And that's a big thing with me. You're going to hear me, if you see me Saturday night, you can hear me saying this a lot, the word a lot. Characterization's the big important thing for me when it comes to any superhero, comic book, movie, animated, you name it. That's why the Denny and Tim Batman animated series, Superman, Justice League, and what have you, are so good because of the characterization. That's the biggest thing. And that's why Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is so great, in my opinion, because of the characterization. You talk about Hulk being your favorite character, RR. On Earth's Mightiest Heroes, that's probably one of the best, if not the best, iteration, i.e. characterization, i.e. written Hulk that I've ever seen. There you go. Right now, just reading CG Chris, Malin, EVS, Dan Fraga, and Beck Cecil's cast grab. I plan to get Cyberfrog when I can afford it, and the other stuff too, Fraga, those guys. And I did get, even though I didn't know about that it was a problem at the time, the Allegiance books. They were at Walmart because it was Red Rooster, and the other three of them. Was it that came out? Oh man. I'm forgetting the titles off the top of my head, but I did get those because they're creator owned as well. And I'll back those. Now when I go to the comic shop, I just go in there basically to talk to friends and mess around and, BS them a little bit, BS with them and stuff. Or buy old stuff, So, oh my goodness. Well, my friends, I cannot thank you enough for being here. It really does my heart well. To have spent time with you all, to have had you hanging out with me, means a lot to me, and it's always great to meet new friends. Latino Slant, of course, as you were called, Polly. That's what if I may call you Polly. My new friend, it is great to meet you. RR, who is a new friend that's been with me a couple times already. RR, thank you for being here. You're fantastic. And of course, the others who were here, Jobber was great being here. I was glad to see Jobber. Roadhouse, who was in here earlier. Anybody else who popped in? Mark C popped in for a minute as well earlier. And, of course, the great Flash. So Thank you, my very good friends. And we'll be back Saturday, and then we will be doing a show, probably maybe another open show next week. And very soon we will do. I'll make sure. I'll check with Flash. We'll do our worst movies because I don't know. Again, I don't know if you guys have seen. Maybe other people do this. I don't know, but it was kind of a thing we love to do. Our countdown shows. Maybe nobody else likes them. I don't know. Maybe nobody else thinks they're interesting. We have a blast doing them because we count down from 25, our favorite or whatever it is, or least favorite if it's the bad movies thing or whatever, and we just get a chance. It's a great conversation piece. You get to talk about the movies, and we have just a splendid time doing it. We love it, and we've done it for years. We did so many, we ran out of topics. Really, we kind of ran out of topics. I think last one we did maybe was we found one back a few months ago that we did. I forgot what it was now, but anyway, we love doing it. I don't know if you'll enjoy it or not or get anything out of it, but we're going to try. So, good night, my friends. Have a wonderful night and great rest of the week and a happy 4th of July. And I have no music to play out anymore, so I'm just going to call it. Take care. Later, my friends. I press a button. Later.